Hey John, it's Nate over at Cerritos. I wanted to give you a little preview of our school garden, our aquaponics system. So let me show you what I built. Here's sort of the long-term view of it, just to give you a sort of overall sense of what's happening here. So we have, of course, our back end stuff, which is our fish in a barrel right there. I think we only have 4 or 3 fish alive right now. Goes into a swirl filter, has some overflow valves, goes into a cistern just to make sure we don't have overflow. We also have a pipe running this way so we can fill it up in the classroom over there, because this is a freestanding system, so it's not connected to any external electricity or external water. They have to be brought in from class. The water gets pumped up from here into 3 systems. We have 2 flat systems, which are similar to the ones that you have with the lettuce, and lettuce does really well, and basil and stuff like that. We're trying various things. Now we have a slanted system, which you can see right here, going down, an NFT system. I wanted to have a variety of different approaches since it's a teaching system, not necessarily a practicality system. These all empty into a variety of things. Here's our barrel. Let me see if I can get a good picture because everything's kind of growing out of control here. But there's another barrel that we use as our seedling bed. And then the 2 pipes at the ends here go into these 2 seeding beds. We have lots of stuff growing, as you can see. We got cucumbers, we have beans, we have radishes, we have beets, we have kale, we have basil, tomatoes, succulents, which I started with because we just needed cuttings. So I got some cuttings from my lawn, some carrots, some strawberries that are ripening up real nicely, and stuff like that. In addition to that, we also have some duckweed in a separate system right here. This is in order to feed the fish, give them a little treat for some protein. First I heat it up for about 20 minutes in an oven, then I put it in the freezer for 7 minutes so that it kills, so that it doesn't infest the system, since duckweed is an invasive species. My big ad, which I wanted to share with you, was these right here. Okay, so if we pull this back, you can see that there's water in the bottom of this system. Okay, and in here we have cups under here that are attached to here, and we have coir wicking this out. So these are more or less standard grow beds that are hooked up to the system, as you can see, so the water feeds out of the system. This helps to kind of keep the system in balance because it flushes some of the water to these guys for growth, and then we just add new water as it goes along. So it just kind of keeps things fresh and new. And this rain gutter grow bed system, which you can find more information out about, is a really cool system. As you can see, we're going to add another one here. And then just to sort of finish off the tour, we have a little wicking pot, which isn't hooked up to the system, but has some mint in it and is growing. So we're just kind of experimenting, playing here. I built this basically over the last 8 months, and now we're basically dealing with tweaking the system and having stuff grow. So the first stuff I put in was in February, so we've been very successful. And then in the back here, of course, one last very important thing, we have our worm bin, so we can use our scraps both from the cafeteria and from the gardening area to make compost and then feed that back to the plants as well. So I really tried to make a very self-contained system. I think I did an okay job of it. We certainly would do things differently, but that's always the case. So that's pretty much it. Thanks so much.